Well, we all introduced ourselves with why we were there, why we were attracted to the subject, and mine was pretty obvious. I have 30 plus years career in design and construction industries, and so infrastructure is a piece of my professional background. That's what drew me to the conversation. Stephen, what about you?
Um, I'm here because both I'm interested in the infrastructure that's going on, especially climate response and climate change mitigation. But I also really enjoy getting the opportunity to hear what other people are saying from the other people, not the media. I really love kind of actually getting to interact and talk with people and learn about what they actually believe and why they believe it.
And that's something that draws me to it as well because my semi-retired career is in journalism and is in freelance writing. And so I really get a lot out of these Brave Angels discussions. And for this one on infrastructure, that how much we agreed on. And I think we could have reached some more agreement with a little more time, partly because we were all listening with respect and able to back off from the polarization.
Yeah, it was really good. I remember seeing these big lists that everybody had come up with, and realizing that yeah, a lot of what's on these lists are things that most people would agree with, and maybe we don't need to fight as much over the issue as we thought we did.
Right. And we did hit one of those first things that I know has been a sticking point in Congress, which is how do you define infrastructure? And we kind of agreed to back off a little bit from the really broad definitions to the place everybody could agree was physical infrastructure counts. And then I remember part of the conversation was that broadband is a new piece of infrastructure that belongs in that physical infrastructure list because that's a matter of equity across the country.
Yeah, it was a good conversation. I personally feel that kind of the more social infrastructure side of things is very important, but I can acknowledge that in any discussion there has to be compromise, and so both sides need to be able to give a little bit and meet somewhere in the middle where everybody doesn't have what they want, but um, something can actually be done and progress can be made.
One of the conclusions, one of the recommendations that really surprised me was when we did come to an agreement that we all kind of wish that Congress could work on smaller bills broken on specific issues so that they didn't get all tied up with horse trading back and forth. And it'd be a lot easier for us all to understand, all of us in the public as well as the congressional staff and the members as well.
Yes, that definitely stuck out to me. As well as minimizing borrowing, kind of as much as possible. Um, None of us really wanted to increase that.
Yeah. So it was a great experience. I was glad to meet you there, and I hope that more people can join in with this kind of a productive workshop.
It was fantastic. I know I definitely learned, and I think I know personally a lot of people who could benefit from a similar type of um, relationship, um, compromise focused discussion.
Yeah.
Civil
Well,
discourse, I guess.
civil discourse, more civil discourse. So